Hey everybody, Morgan here. Excuse me. I want to talk to you for a few minutes just about the things that are going on in the world today. Whoa, madness. But here's the thing. I want to give you a warning before I get going on it. I'm not going to hold back. I'm going to try not to swear and cuss, but I'm not going to hold back. I'm going to say it exactly how it is, and please don't get me blocked or reported, okay? Because I'm, trying to be a voice of reality. Because not many people are hearing what you need to hear. You guys are being brainwashed, and you don't know a damn thing. And you're going mental about really, really stupid stuff based on your corrupted mindset. Another thing, don't worry about my jacked up mouth. I know I'm a little bit ugly and I look a little bit stupid, but I had facial reconstructive surgery and it's healing, and in a few months I'll be back to normal pretty much. So don't worry about that. Just try to pay attention to what I'm saying, all right? And try to really grasp it. I want to help break you out of this really jacked up mentality and corrupted mindset you're most likely in. So here we go. Racism. Oh boy. Here we go. I'm a white guy, so I'm automatically going to be super scrutinized. Like, oh boy. Just so you know, I'm going to start off by letting you know I am absolutely not racist. A bunch of my friends growing up, majority, they were black dudes, all right? And I think brown girls are the finest women in the world, let me tell you, I'm not even joking. So, that being said, let's get on with it. But before we do, we have to have the backstory of how we led up to what people are saying now. Oh my God, super racist, extremist, white supremacy, Donald Trump, and all the Republicans were a bunch of KKK members. Oh, we're so deplorable. Okay, well, all right, let's look at the history and get the backstory that leads us up to today so that we can understand about this. But before we get to that, I have to say, that poor black fella that was criminally homicidal, he was murdered, bro, by that son of a bitch, disgusting scum animal cop. And I heard a bunch of famous people saying, that's Trump's fault. Bro, I wake up in a freaking mental ward. Were you mentally ill? What the hell does that cop have to do, that situation have to do with the president? Okay, be a little bit mentally ill. And that's when people say systemic racism. Well, okay, the backstory is going to clear that up. So here we go with the backstory. And I don't care if you don't like what I'm saying, and I don't care if you don't agree with it. Facts don't care about your feelings. This is reality, and we're not talking about hyped up brainwashing from CNN or from liberal media or social media. Okay? So, or the evil mindset you've probably been raised to believe. So here we go. Long time ago, everybody owned slaves. All right? Black people were slaves. It's a terrible deal. Damn, that's horrible. But guess what? Long came Abraham Lincoln and the abolitionists, and they said, you know what? We're not having that shit anymore. Nope. Black people are not property. They're human beings. Okay? And not going to happen no more. So, after they won the Civil War, they go ahead and adopted the 13th Amendment, all right, right around the same time frame. Democrats fought against that. The Republicans wanted the 13th Amendment. They wanted black people to be free. Democrats, which I like to call demoncrats, because these people are demon-possessed, crazy-ass sons of bitches, man. I'm telling you, they're evil. Here's the deal. They're not stupid. They know exactly what they're doing. And they know exactly how they're corrupting and controlling people. They know what they're doing. and they're animals, and they need to get the hell. They gotta go, for real. Oh my God, they're so evil. I can't stand them. I'm not a Republican either, but they got some pretty good stuff going on the Republican side. So, 13th Amendment, Abraham Lincoln's like, nah, we're not having that anymore. No more slavery. Democrats go mental. They're like, nah, bro, we're not having it. That's the reality. The Democrats didn't want black people to be free. So, they said to themselves, pretty much, not verbatim, we can't legally, physically own black people anymore. How do we keep our slaves, yet we don't legally own them? How do we do that? How do we go from physical ownership, and how do we retain that? We could do psychological slavery. That's what we'll do. That's exactly what we'll do. We'll create the welfare state. We'll give them free stuff. We'll give them free food, low-income housing, free communications by way of Obama phones. We'll do all that. They'll feel entitled to us, and then we'll set up the mindset that the only way that you continue to get free stuff is if you give us your vote, that we retain our power. Because guess what? When the Republicans come in, you're losing all this. You're going to lose all this stuff, this free stuff. You're going to lose all these beneficial things, and they're going to go without. And you're not going to get a job, even though we gave you affirmative action. You're not going to get into college. You're not going to get a job. And you know when that became damning as a slavery mindset? After the civil rights. You want to know why? Because for generations, they have been brainwashing colored people into that ideology. And for generations, they were getting free stuff and getting taken care of, right? And after a while, there wasn't generational wealth. And it was later on. It was like the 80s. It wasn't right after the civil rights. It was like 80s and 90s. The granddad had it. The dad had it. Now the kids have it. Free stuff. And there ain't nobody going out, starting businesses, carving their own way out, going to college, getting a career. They weren't doing that. Majority were not. In the ghettos, and the real word ghettos, listen to this, the area that the Democrats have controlled for more than 50 years, where majority of black people live in low-income housing, are called ghettos. And do you want to know what that word means? That word means from the 1930s and the 1940s, when the Israelites, the Jews, were encamped and enslaved by the Nazis in their own segregated area called the ghettos. And that was in World War II era. And that's what they're called now, ghettos. Because all of the regular people get to live outside the low-income housing areas, and are called ghettos because they're being encamped by the people who are oppressing them, the ones who are in control, the Democrats. That's reality, bud. That's right in your face. You can't get away from that. So, for generations, they weren't building up personal wealth with jobs and careers. I mean, they went out, maybe they got regular jobs, but majority low income were welfare recipients for generations. And what that did was that made them fully, I'm not saying black people are lazy. I'm saying that when you live like that for such a long time, going back to work and busting your ass from 9 to 5 for minimum wage is not at all appealing. And because you've lived in this free mindset for so long, and it's popularized within your certain culture, when you think back to the 90s, what do you think of? When you think of this certain thing, you think of Bone Thugs and Harmony, like that's one of them. And they sing the song, first of the month, wake up, wake up, wake up. It's the first of the month. Go ahead and get your check and come on. Let's go get some weed and let's go, get drunk and let's go get some women. That's exactly what it's about. That's all it's about. And they live that life, and that becomes a mindset that makes you psychologically not want to work and bust your ass to make a dollar. But that's the thing. When you get into that mindset, then you're not going to start your own, to have the low, crappy jobs for a while, to be able to save up money to start your own business or entrepreneurship or do anything to elevate your family. You're going to stay as a welfare recipient for the rest of your life. That's the way it's going to work. And then you're going to have 5 kids out of wedlock, and then the mom gets a check if she gets rid of you, if you're a black dude. And the black dudes, because of the culture, has been so damning and disgusting that all they see, and the majority of what they like, because of popularization of it, because they keep buying the CDs and all this, they get told by Tupac, by Biggie, by all these famous rappers that, bro, you get props. You get a good deal when you sell drugs, when you act like a thug, when you act like a gangster, when you sell drugs, promote gang violence, belittle women, talk about going to strip clubs, selling women on the street, prostitution. When you popularize that shit, then people get in the mindset with the bumping music and the music. I like the sound of the music, but the shit they talk about is just too damn evil for me to hear about. It's just, dude, I don't want to hear about that. And then the evolution of that leads up to Cardi B. I don't hate her as a person, but damn, what she's doing is destroying young women to be absolutely outside of the will of God and how society actually functions. You are to be led by your good, honorable, hardworking, persevering husband. You are to be led by him and obey him because he's the leader of the family. He's the head of you. That's what God says in the Holy Bible. That's how you're actually supposed to function. That's how majority, well, not majority now, but majority in the last couple of generations, how most white people did it, and that's why they were always successful. And that's why they always had a perfect family unit that went on and on and on and on. And they had generational wealth. That's how, because we followed simple rules that were carved out by morality found within the Holy Bible of how society and the family unit actually work and how you're supposed to function. Okay? So, that mindset of getting free shit made them feel entitled, or made them feel that they owed the Democrats. The Democrats are our buddies, and they'll give us free stuff. But that's a slavery mindset that will make it so that you don't want to bust your ass for $1 to eventually in 10 years own your own business. That's what it is. The Democrats know that. And they are buying your vote with the worst kind of living conditions there are. Then they're corrupting you by brainwashing you with the mainstream liberal media that all white people are out to get you and most of us are racist, when really I've met a few racist white people. Out of the probably tens of thousands of human white people that I've met, maybe a handful were real racists. From like motorcycle gangs and stuff. And they said the N-word and stuff. I heard them say it. Here's the big difference. And nobody wants to say this. The majority of black people that I've met, hung out with, grew up with, were close with, they were majority racist against white people. That's real. You can hear that on TV. You can hear that with comedians. You can hear that with rappers. This is real. They'll say white boy, cracker, white bitch. That's reality. That's everywhere. Everyone says that. All right? That's real. You won't even get in trouble for saying that. But if one person said, the N-word, a black or a white dude said the N-word, or he said, "Shut the hell up, black boy," every single black person within a mile radius will be there to jump him and beat him to death. That's a guaranteed fact, but they say it and it's totally normal. That's evil. You can't be doing that. And you can't, it's good that you befriend white people, but it's not good that you're racist in that way. Now here's another thing. So that mindset, that slavery mindset of getting free stuff from the Democrats, that you don't want to work and do all that, all right? So that, for generations, that has been going on. Because that has been going on, there isn't generational wealth. There isn't, we want to turn away from these crazy-ass Democrats so we can live a normal life and function by morality and get on with it, just so we don't need to vote for them because we don't need their free stuff. They can't do that because it's been generationally like that, and it would be very hard for someone to turn on the fences like that and be like, "I'm done with you guys, I don't want your damn free stuff, I'm voting you out of office," because it would be really hard for them based on the fact that their mindset has changed to be lazy. I'm not saying that in a racist way where black people are lazy, but if you understand what I'm saying, that if you don't work for a long time, you don't feel like working. Damn, I'm getting a free check, dude, now you gotta do shit to get it. That becomes your mindset. And seeing a job becomes like, I'm good, bro. I can just take the money they give me, I can re-up with, some weed or some coke, and I can sell it out, put some oregano with the weed, mix it up a bit, call it leaf, sell it out to, the morons for double the price. I could, I ain't gonna get into the rest of it, but they can add stuff to cocaine and sell it, at double the price, half the inventory for double the price, and then they could re-up off that money, continue on with it low key, and they could keep doing that. That's how it's popularized, okay? And then all they see is the way to get out of that lifestyle, that low income lifestyle, is to be able to sell drugs or to pimp women or to make moves or to rob people, or they only get told by popular, famous people that the only way you get out is through basketball, football, sports, or rapping, or something along those lines. There's only a few options that you're going to get, okay? But that's not reality. That's a load of bullshit, because this is how simple it is. All you have to do is go to sucky jobs at like McDonald's, pay your bill as best you can, live real cheap like a bum. Don't go for Jordans, don't go for fancy clothes, go shopping at Goodwill. Save 25% of your check. Save it long enough to where you could buy an investment into a business or start your own small business, legitimate, and grow the thing. It's really simple, and once you do that, you'll start to have generational wealth. That's how it works. So, because they don't want to get the jobs, and they're getting this free stuff, what the Democrats do is they popularize that. They know that that's the mindset of the people today, the black fellas today, and the poor ones that get welfare. So what they'll say is, be careful, watch out, because these white right-wing Republicans, they're going to show up and they're going to take all your shit away from you. You're not getting nothing free anymore. And guess what? They hate you. You're not going to get a job. You're not going to be able to have a good life anymore. You're not going to be able to live, high off the hog without doing nothing. You're not going to be able to have that no more because they hate you and they want to take all your shit. No, that's not at all what's going on. It's actually the reverse. They're painting what they're doing and how they hate you onto the Republicans. They're projecting it. Because the reality is, we love you more than they love you. And you want to know why? You want to know how? I can give you the evidence. We don't want to give you free shit so you say the low income thing anymore. We want to show you exactly how you could all be entrepreneurs, small, you can't all be entrepreneurs. No, not even anybody in a mass group, 90% is going to have that. No, it's going to be a small percent because that's just the reality of the business world. Okay, but I mean, I tried businesses, didn't work out for me. I had to try a bunch of them until I got a couple, and they didn't work out so well, but that's how, that's how it works in the business world. It don't work out so good. But you guys can have small businesses, and here's an idea. Now, before I get on with ideas, we want you guys to be out of low-income housing, low-income lifestyle. We don't want you to be like that. We want you to be successful. We love you. I'm not a Republican, but I'm saying I like most of their stuff. And the president, you want to see evidence of that? The president created opportunity zones for colored people and for low-income housing areas. He invested monies into businesses to be able to lift up jobs for you guys, all right? And then he, from doing that and other things he did, cutting regulations and all that stuff, he made it so that the black people's unemployment is the lowest in recorded history. So it's starting, and when he says we lifted this certain amount of people off food stamps, he's not saying that to say that he's taking all your stuff because you're in a bad mindset of slavery from the Democrats that brainwashed you with that. He's saying we lifted you off of that low-income kind of lifestyle to where you could eventually build up your own personal wealth to have generational wealth. That's proof that we love you more than what the Democrats, they don't even like you. They actually hate you and they see you as property. Do you want to know how that is? I'll give you evidence, and you just saw it like a couple days ago. Joe Biden, the leading Democrat for the next presidential candidacy, he literally said this out loud and got caught on tape with it to the Charlemagne guy, the black fella Charlemagne. He said, "You are not black unless you vote for me, unless you vote Democrat." So you're telling me, hold on, you're telling me that when black people were born and chosen by God to be black, with black skin, that you negated their existence and blessing by God to be born black because they don't vote your way? Another thing, they have a storied and epic and beautiful and amazing ancestry that leads back to kings and chiefmen and tribes. And you're going to negate that? You're going to try to negate that because they're not voting your way? Sorry. But that's some evil ass shit, man. And these scums gotta go, and I can't stand them. So for that son of a bitch, that low-down scum-ass animal cop that killed that poor fella, he should be arrested and sentenced to death because he knowingly and maliciously did that. But here's the deal. Everyone's getting hyped up and brainwashed off the liberal media who's putting you guys in a whirlwind of emotions. And they're making you guys tear down your own businesses and destroy your own towns. That's some evil ass shit if you think about it. Excuse my swearing this whole time, but man, this is really messed up stuff you guys are going through and you don't even realize how you're being tricked. They're making you guys destroy your own shit, man. Your own areas. And here's the deal. Here's how you know you're corrupted by their brainwashing. When a poor fella dies and is murdered by a scum-ass, that certain scum-ass cop, and not all cops are bad, man. I know a lot of amazing cops. White dudes who go into black communities and help and give, go buy the mom food and shit like that, and take care, and play basketball with the black kids. I know majority of cops that are good like that. But here's the deal. That one was not good. But you don't blame everybody for what one did. So, dude, the evidence is clear. Once you stop listening to outside sources and you do a little investigating for yourself, you'll see that these Democrats, these evil sons of bitches, they want to destroy you and they want to keep you enslaved for your vote to be able to retain their power and lordship over you, to destroy your family. They don't give a damn about none of you. They don't give a damn about none of you. They don't. I'm being 100% honest. All of them that go back to one of the speeches of the State of the Union and watch as President Trump says, black unemployment is the lowest in recorded history, and we have made opportunity zones for black people in low-income areas. All of the Democrats stayed sitting for that news. They all stayed sitting down. Abortion mills, where they murder innocent infant babies in the mother's womb. They do that. They got caught. A dude did a social experiment where he said, I want to pay. I want to give he's on the phone with Planned Parenthood and says, I want to be able to donate money to you guys, but I want it to be specific towards a black couple that they can murder their child. I want to make sure that less black kids are being born and that they're getting aborted. And these evil ass people who are Democrats on the other side of the phone from the Planned Parenthood said, yes, we will absolutely do that. And they got caught on tape saying that shit. These people hate you. They want to destroy you. They want to keep you enslaved just so that they can have your vote, just so that they can retain your power, their power, and lord it over you. Keep you that way forever. We don't, the rest of us, real people in the real world, we don't want you to be like that. We want you to own your own businesses, be entrepreneurs, be bosses. Dude, for me, it's not black and white. It's not. It's the best man for the job. I don't give a damn if you're Chinese. I don't give a damn if you're Russian. I don't care if you're African from straight up Africa. I don't care if you're a black person from America. I don't care if you're Mexican. I don't care about none of that. I care what's the dude that's going to make me rich? What's the dude that's going to help me out? What's the best man for the job? If I was a business owner and I previously was a partner in a business, that's what I'm looking for. I don't give a damn about the color of your skin, bud. What skill set you got and what kind of respect do you have for the job that you're doing? You going to respect me as the boss? Or are you going to come in late and talk your shit because you're going to be gone? I ain't going to have nothing to do with you. Or you're lazy and taking too many breaks and not doing them, not having a part of it. So that's the mindset. That's the mentality. You got to get up and you got to get on with it. Ain't nobody playing that game, you know what I mean? And everybody that's talking about majority white people are racist, that's a load of shit, man. I've never even met but a handful out of thousands and thousands of people in my entire lifetime. I'm 37. It's a load of shit. Don't believe these people. They're race baiting you and the things that don't exist, man. It's not real. So that's what I want to talk about, okay, guys? And the evidence is pretty clear. Real clear. Stop listening to all these liberal social media and news networks and all that. Don't be listening to that. It's a load of shit. They're trying to keep you enslaved. Don't fall for it. Open your eyes. Go look up on YouTube Jesse Lee Peterson. Some of the stuff is wrong. There is racism in the world. That's reality. But most of the stuff he talks about, that's real. He's on point 100%. You need to go listen to Candace Owens. That's a real dude. She's amazing, bro. She's a black girl, and you need to go check her out. Go listen to these people and stop being hyped up with emotions and actually go listen to these people talk about facts and reality. And you'll no longer be brainwashed, dude. And then you guys can get up out of the pit that they put you in, and you can live a better life, man. And we're not out to get you. White people don't hate you. We love you, bro. We want to see you doing good. We want to see you have the American dream. All right? So that's the reality of it. I'm sorry for swearing, and I'm going to come back with other issues that I'm going to talk about from a real standpoint, okay? Because I love you guys, and I'm tired of the brainwashing bullshit, and I want to see you get help. Sorry for my swearing. The Lord Jesus Christ, He infinitely loves you guys, and I super love you as well. Have an amazing day, or try to, and calm it down with all this craziness. I want to say it real quick. Bro, stop burning down buildings. Vote in the right people that will change legislation. I mean, you guys, if you look at it, they're not going in to burn, they're not going in to be like, no justice, no peace. A few of them are doing that. Majority are stealing TVs, looting store, and robbing people and doing crazy shit and burning down buildings. They're doing that because they're bored and they want to steal stuff because they're in low-income housing areas, all right? And they ain't got much money because the Democrats have kept them in that society and that mindset for so long. I mean, I think it's a disgusting thing that you use a man's death to be able to go rob a store. That's a disgusting. I don't like swearing, but fucking hell, bro. What kind of evil ass shit is that? But on the flip side, I can kind of understand that mentality because they have brainwashed you and made popular culture all about, selling drugs, to where Cardi B says it's an amazing job to be a hoe, a stripper hoe. That's the mentality they're trying to sell to you. They're not talking about get your money up so that you can go to college. I want to build a basketball rink so that less gang violence will happen from young kids. They're not talking about that, bro. They're talking about selling drugs and pimping out women so that they can get the fancy new car. That's what they're talking about. And their iced out jewelry. They don't give a fuck about you or your family. It's a load of shit. Don't listen to these people. I'm sorry for swearing. I'm sorry. Sorry, Father. In Jesus' name, please forgive me. Guys, think and do research. It's not hard to see, right? The Lord loves you and so do I. Have an amazing day. Try to. And keep calm, man. You don't have to be doing all that. Bless the King. King Jesus.